Hi guys, welcome to the training. I appreciate you all taking time out of your busy schedules to participate in this 1-hour in-house training on how to onboard new enrollees in our certification programs. Now we're aware that all of our students work full-time jobs, so Saturdays are normally the peak login days for our students. And this is why Friday phone calls from students are the highest. They want to address any questions or concerns or issues before Saturday. And because we work long hours throughout the week, we close the office at 11 a.m. on Fridays. So I want you to just imagine that it's Friday, 10:55 a.m. You have 5 minutes before quitting time, and the phone rings. Oh, you may struggle for a moment whether to answer it or not, but you do your job and you answer it. It's a new enrollee calling with a laundry list of questions. Yes, they received a welcome letter. And yes, they have skimmed it. But, yeah, we know, they only skimmed it. The moment you hear the student's name, you recognize it's a new student. And you brace yourself because you already know there is no way that you will be leaving work anytime soon. Now, all of us can relate to this. So much so that it has been brought to my attention and I've been tasked with trying to get to the root of the problem and resolve the issue. And what I've discovered is that it's how our onboarding process is. It needs to be revamped. And that is what this training is for. We all know that one of our goals for the certification programs is for it to be great learning experiences for all of our students. But each of us is also aware that some of our students, they seem to get lost quickly in the early stages and then they fail to find their footing. This is why we must properly onboard each student and never assume that the initial welcome letter that the students receive is sufficient for the onboarding process. And we know that because the last thing that we want is for our learners to feel as if navigating through any of our certification programs is mission is impossible. We don't want them to feel this mission impossible. We must do all that we can do to alleviate things that may lead them to feeling frustrated, as if they want to withdraw from the program. Any negative feelings, we want to alleviate as much as possible. So in this training, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to explain why proper onboarding is critical to the success of the program and the retention of the students. We're also going to address the top issues that's been reported by new enrollees during the onboarding process. Then what we're going to do is we're going to identify and address known barriers to successfully onboarding our new enrollees. We also will look at the current welcome letter and students' approach to it. And then we're going to take your pre-training activity of rephrasing the welcome letter and demonstrate how to turn your paraphrased versions of the welcome letter into a 1, 2, 3 reference guide for onboarding new enrollees. That sounds good, doesn't it? I know. It's going to make our lives a lot easier. So are you ready for us to go ahead and see how we can best onboard our new students? I know I am. All right then, let's get started. Open up your participant guides, please, to page 2, and we're going to hit the road running.